Who's on first? Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing? Where are you all from? What's new in the life? Hi, Bryson. I'm trying to get YouTube going here, so give me a sec. How's everybody doing? Hi, Hamza. Welcome, y'all. I'm waiting for Nancy to join me here on Wild Women with Wine. Where did I put my wine? Still waiting. Uh-oh. There's a dog barking. That's my doggy. Shh. Shh. Buddy, stop. Oh, Mr. Bean is here. Let's see. I'm completing my draft for my graphic novel. Ooh, love to hear about that. Mr. Bean wants to be in this? Wait 1 second. We'll have you come on in a second. I gotta first, Buddy, stop. Nancy is trying to get. Can you guys hear? I'm just saying, can you hear me? Buddy, stop.
Hi.
Did you just hear a little barking going on here?
I did.
Oh, so Mr. Bean wanted to join us. I don't know if you want him to come on so soon in the podcast. I mean, in the live. Oh, we could.
Is he going to behave?
Yeah, he's going to behave. He's going to just talk about sheep and things like that.
Oh God. Let's get started first. Mr. Bean, come in a little bit later, okay?
Mr. Bean, after we get settled, then we can
Bryson.
and other animals.
Yeah, I got my cat coming in here too.
Oh, we had the barking buddy.
Yeah, the barking buddy and the meowing kitty. Meow. So how is everybody tonight? It's been a week. I mean, the time is going by so ridiculously fast.
What did it happen? I felt like you were just here. I wish you were.
I wish I was there.
It's crazy. It's just time flies so fast right now. It's like, and I'm not even doing anything. I'd like to say I'm doing shit, but I'm not doing anything. Do you notice that my head's chopped off? It's because I have this stand and I can't open it. It doesn't want.
You can't get it up?
I can't get it up. Anyway, so did you have a good week? What's been happening in your world over there? Where are you?
I'm back in Reading.
Okay.
You tell my background here. So I'm in Reading and I am.
I fixed it, so give me a sec while
Okay. All right.
I mean, you can keep telling us where you are at, and then
I don't even know what day. It's Thursday, right?
I feel so much better now that you said that, because I don't know what day of the week it is. Half the time I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm speaking in gibberish. Gibberish is all that comes out of my mouth. Maybe it's all the weed I've been smoking. Right.
So we drove home Monday.
Okay.
Monday late, and we didn't leave. Thank you, Bench Brawl. Is that Mr. Bean?
Mr. Bean sent us a little badge. That means he wants to come on here. Thank you, Mr. Bean. It's very sweet.
So we drove home Monday. We didn't leave down there till around 12:30. So we didn't get here till about 9, which it's all right. But and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and here we are Thursday. So I've been revamping my own website.
So you're getting shit done.
I'm getting shit done. Yeah.
I feel like I'm Humpty Dumpty right now. My head is like so. I don't have a neck.
Can you tilt the camera down just a little? Can you tilt? There you go.
Oh, look at her with the finesse.
There you go.
I'm so impressed. That was very good. All right. So I'm going to go on YouTube as well, just because.
Okay.
We did pretty good last week. I had 200 people on at one point on TikTok, and then we got shut down by the powers that be because somebody like said the word dick or something. I don't even know what happened.
So we're not supposed to say those words on social media?
I don't know. I just made that up about saying it could be anything. Who knows?
So people, but you know, I report people all the time on Instagram for putting out false information.
Okay. So
And they don't do anything. They don't even read them. They send me a note back saying, sorry, we're getting so many of these, we can't even read them.
Yeah, and I had a similar thing where someone had just taken over my entire, they made a complete copy of my Instagram account.
Right.
But they finally took it down. I think.
So I think they just like to be cops to find, you know,
Yeah.
the person that's being sexual, because sex is such a bad thing.
It is. So I had a question for you, or for anybody who wants to join us. Maybe Mr. Bean wants to join us. What do you do when you want to have sex and you can't because your dog is in the bed?
You put the dog in the crate.
And then the dog barks for the whole time.
Then you get a squirt bottle and you squirt the dog every time it barks.
And it still continues to bark.
It's
not relaxing to be making whoopee. See, I'm afraid to say anything. It's not relaxing to make whoopee when you got a dog whooping it up next to you.
So put her in the bed and just put him in the bed and just hump away and they'll bounce off. That's what we do with our cat.
Oh, poor kitty.
We see how long she can hold on to that ride, because she goes 8 seconds.
What ride?
The ride on the bed.
Oh, ride? I thought you said ride.
Oh no, right.
Woo!
Um,
So, okay, now I really did want to have another discussion topic on different cultural differences
oh, yes.
in terms of oral sex. Some cultures do not, they think it's dirty to go down on a woman.
Mm-hmm. Many cultures do.
Right.
Yeah.
And people just joining me on YouTube are like, what was that?
Yeah.
Someone named Sweet Dream said, hello.
And when you know, but even in places where water is not easily accessible for bathing, people have oral sex. So I'm not really
No,
sure.
I don't think they meant dirty in the sense of
Right. But I think
unclean as much.
it's, you know, but you know, a lot of women have never even looked down there, so they wouldn't even know what was going on down there. Right.
No, I'm talking about men not
Right.
going down on women. The women go down on men, and women have sex with men. But I mean, I heard this from
that's just misogynistic.
But if the culture is teaching
Right.
them not to do this because it's unclean or it's disgusting or you're some sort of a simp if you do that.
I think they teach them that because they don't believe women are pleasured by sex. They think you think about, I mean, we have to fight every day to educate people that sex isn't just about putting penis in a vagina.
It's not?
No. And you know, it's a small minority of women who actually fully orgasm from just PV sex and don't have to have any clitoral.
But I mean, I don't think they care if a woman orgasms.
That's the point of those. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's misogynistic.
I think it's here in the United States as well, and it's interesting because I don't think I could be with someone who, I know I couldn't be with someone who just all they cared about is himself, because I've had that instance happen to me, and then I was like, get the fuck out. Right. We are done. And
those guys aren't going to last long.
No, they don't last long in my book. Maybe in someone else's book. Maybe not in the Cougar's Guide to Getting Your Ass Back Out There, or fucking gay cougar books.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, let me say hi to the people here.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Who's over there on YouTube?
Hi, we got Sweet Dream Hostel MGTOW's in the house saying Karen. Tony says, hi, I'm Tony. How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Mrs. L5 is in the house. Hi there, Mrs. L5. And Ellis is in the house. Say yo. Okay. And then thank you to all our people here. I think we should let Mr. Bean, since he bought a badge,
Okay.
come on if he's still there.
Yeah.
Are you still there? Maybe he's not there anymore. Oh, wait. Let's see.
Yeah, Mr. Bean, if you're still there, come on in.
Send us a request again, because I'm not sure how to get it once it's gotten to this point. Yeah.
So just while we're waiting, I really like the length of your hair.
Well, thank you. I put a little curl in it.
I like it.
And thank you very much. I think it's more
good
more feminine. But thank you.
You're welcome.
So
thank you. Enough's enough.
Oh, that's okay. Is that Ron? I don't know, who is that? Oh my God, our goat's going to be here too. No goats. No goats. Don't forget to thank Mr. Bean.
I would like to show you my pussy.
Oh, you're going to get us kicked off again with that kind of talk.
Here she is.
Oh, she's a cute girl. Look at those beautiful eyes.
I know. Doesn't she have pretty eyes?
She is a doll.
Say hi.
Aren't pets cute? Aren't pussycats cute?
They are.
Anyway, so if you guys have questions today, we're open. The doctors are in. The doctors are in the house. The queens are in the house. I did put out an interesting TikTok video about confidence and how it is the single most attractive thing if you want to attract someone else that you can obtain. It's the best quality for yourself to have is confidence. How do you feel about that?
I think it's absolutely factual. I think people who put themselves down to other people are the least attractive.
Yeah.
You know, because we know that you're either really insecure or you're on a fishing expedition. One, asking somebody to compliment you, wait and earn them, but really compliment yourself. Know your self-worth.
Exactly.
You don't have to define that by anybody else. Thank you, Brady.
And thank you Enough Stuff for buying a badge. You guys are awesome.
What kind of wine are you drinking tonight?
Hi, Lisa. How you doing? Cheers. I have, and we're not getting sponsored by her, and I don't have the bottle here, but it's a Karen Birmingham. It's a Chardonnay, and I love it, not just because her name is Karen, but all her wines are really good. I love that it's
drinking a Chardonnay.
Is it by a female vineyard named after?
No, it was just in my wine fridge.
Okay.
Somebody gave us.
All right. Wake up, folks. What do you want to talk about today? Cheers. What do you want to talk about? Is there something going on in your life that you want to just ask a question about? Now's your time. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
You can get some seriously expert help here if you are open to it.
Okay, so Brady just said he opened a Tinder account. So isn't Tinder the male-dominated hookup one?
No, you're thinking about Tinder is just for anybody who wants to hook up.
Right, but it's not the female-driven one.
Oh, Bumble, well, it's not Bumble.
Right. So Brady, you need to get rid of Tinder, because people go on Tinder just to get laid. If that's what you want, but if you're looking for a relationship, go on Bumble, because then women will choose you.
That's a good call. But if you just want to hook up, that's a good place to find women too.
Right. Speaking of hookup, what is the last thing you remember about being in the dating world that you miss?
That's a very good question. That I miss.
That you miss.
I liked I liked the spontaneity of it. I thought that was really fun. That you can meet up with anybody. You're not locked into one person, and you can find you never know what's going to happen from day to day, or and when you don't take anybody for granted, you don't see people that often, so it makes it very special when you do see them. That's the first question. The first thing that comes to mind. What did you miss or not miss?
Well, I think the thing that I recall is the butterflies,
Yeah.
the excitement
Like, and a newness of the person.
of meeting somebody that you really like, you know, that you really want to get to know.
Yeah.
I've never done a blind date, so I wouldn't know what that would be like, because I've always met people through other people.
Oh, wow.
And maybe one time, I think there's one time that I met somebody that I hadn't met through other people, and that was very, very thrilling. I mean, it worked out well. I didn't get murdered or, you know, anything like
It's
that.
always good not to get murdered.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that is
but it
kind
is
of,
scary. You
but
know, you think about, I mean, women are so vulnerable. I'm not vulnerable because I kick people's asses, but the people think I'm vulnerable because I'm a woman, right?
right.
Big mistake.
Well, for me, I learned self-defense recently by someone in my building, but I wouldn't dare try to use it because I think I would fail miserably. Because I would be like, "What did he say to do?" Oh, I can't remember. I was supposed to put my arm this way, twist this way. But anyway, it's a different issue. The main thing is, even if you're, I mean, a blind date could be anything. It could be, you know, someone fixing you up, or somebody, you know, someone you met on the internet or whatever. So
Yeah.
you never went on any kind of online dating.
Um, I did. It was somebody that I did meet online through a business proposition
Okay.
that I ended up meeting.
But it wasn't specifically for dating or hooking up.
No. I've never been on a dating site.
Yeah. I was on a dating site for a month.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, there are some fucked up people out there.
I have a lot of girlfriends that have been single for a long time, and I've helped them set up their sites, and I've watched what comes through, and honest to God, no thanks.
Mrs. L5
I would rather be alone. I'm good alone.
Mrs. L5 says opinions on speed dating. Um, I like speed. I like that idea. I've never done it, but I like the idea because I truly believe, I don't know about men, but women can figure it out in like a second, like 3 seconds. I mean, literally, like, thank you for all those hearts who's ever given us lots of hearts.
Love.
Yeah, we love you too. Anyway, Ron said blind date is a friend hooking you up you've never seen before, rare today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's taking COVID out of the picture. Let's just take that out of the picture because that makes it even worse, you know. But
For sure.
I like the idea of speed dating. What do you think, Mrs. L5? Ms. L5? Mrs. L5? Okay, now here's Hostel MGTOW in rare form. I'm going to read to you what he just wrote to me.
Okay.
You're going to be glad you took your shirt off. Thank you, David. That was very sweet. Showing the love here. Oh, very nice. Kisses to you. Ready for Hostel MGTOW's lovely statement of the day?
I am.
In Femme America, which is equals 666, devil dating is just, I'm fishing for a simp host to leech off of activity. And I mean, again, some people have some really weird statements to say that I don't even know why I bother reading what you say, Hostel MGTOW, because you're just such a negative person. But I'm not sure. Maybe you're just trying to get attention in inappropriate ways.
There you go.
But yeah. Okay. First of all, what did you think about it?
That's so judgmental. I mean, that's so harsh and that's lumping everybody into one bucket, right?
Right. He's lumping all women into one bucket.
Right. And that means you're judgmental, and no wonder you're alone.
Exactly. I'm assuming you're alone. Are you alone? Hi there, Jabari and St. Charles. Welcome all. I wanted to show you guys, when I get a chance, I'll show you some of the comments. Like I said that the most important thing to me when you're trying to attract someone else's confidence, and this guy goes, no, it's money. And I'm like, no, it's not money. It's not money.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, really?
Or maybe if he was confident, he wouldn't need money.
Good point. I mean, I've had friends date guys just for money, and it always ends in a disaster.
Yes.
Good evening to you, Stephen.
The wealthier the guy, I have heard this. I've not experienced it because I haven't done dating in that way. But the wealthier the men, the more demanding and condescending and controlling they seem to be.
Well, first of all, it's 100%
In
true.
my girlfriend's experience, yeah.
It was my experience. I went on one of these dating sites that the woman pays nothing and the guy pays like $10,000. I kid you not. And I go on a date with this guy, and you're allowed to see. No, they're allowed to see your pictures. You're not allowed to see theirs. It's very male chauvinistic. But I go on this date with this guy, and I wasn't digging him, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll give him another chance, whatever. And I'm really busy up until like this weekend, and it was probably like on the weekend before, and he's like, well, that's not going to work. I expect that I'd be able to see you much more often than a weekend. And I'm like, wait a second, you're giving me demands on when you're going to see me? This is not going to happen.
Because he felt like he paid for you.
Yeah. So those kind of things don't work in our book.
No.
This is not a dress. This is a what is it called? A top.
I think if for most adults, you both need to have enough money to take care of yourself.
So my coach 316 asked, would you date a poor person? Someone who did not have money.
It would depend on, who they were. I've never looked at anybody's money to see if I like them.
Put it this way: I have dated poor people, especially when you're an older woman and you're dating a younger guy. Not even my boyfriend. I'm talking about when I first went out and I became single. Most of the guys I was dating were younger, and a lot of them didn't have any money because they're just starting their careers. So it was expected that this was not an arrangement of money. Yeah. And that's what I think. It pisses me off when I read these things on the internet. I was like, women only date me if I got money, which is not true. At least in my book.
It might be true for them. So I think we have to give them. So that is your experience. Where are you finding these women? That's what I ask. If women, if you all women are gold diggers, well, where are you looking for women?
Yeah.
On OnlyFans?
Yeah. Are you looking for a woman on OnlyFans? Because if you are, most likely they're going to be after your money. Now,
well, that's why they're there.
Has a
for
question.
The money, not a relationship. Yeah.
Exactly. So here's a question from Hassan McTow. And be honest. What do men really, really get out of dating? Which I'm like a frowny face, an exclamation mark, and a question mark. What do men really, really get out of dating? McTow. What does anybody get out of dating? Men, women, whatever. What do you get out of a relationship in general? What do you want out of life? That's
human beings by nature are bonding creatures. We want to bond.
Even dogs. My dog always wants to bond.
Yes. All the animal kingdom. We're all about pair bonding and multiple bonding and whatever. If you're a bonobo, you're just about bonding. So, I think that's just human nature. No, humans aren't designed to go through life alone. I see a lot of depressed people because they're alone.
So,
they don't have
hostile MGTOW, are you alone and you enjoy being alone?
Maybe that's why he's hostile.
Are you hostile because you don't have any woman in your life?
Or anybody that cares about
really fit? I've been working hard on it.
Anybody that cares about him, right?
So it says women still depend. Huber says that women still depend on men these days. It is true.
No, they don't.
There are some that do, but that still doesn't mean that the man owns them. Maybe the woman is,
That's not a generalization anymore.
Nope, it is not. As a matter of fact, I just read a statistic. No. The statistic was that 50% of women over 65 years old live alone. And I probably should say happily alone.
Right. Right. I think, younger women are hell bent to not become dependent on men. And even if they might have to be temporarily because of circumstances, just like anybody, nobody wants to feel like they're owned by another person.
No, my
So
friend
no,
had
women are
my
not still dependent on men, not for anything. And that's, I think, what's driving men crazy as a gender, is they don't know what their role is anymore, because they've only been taught that all they have is a penis and money, that they don't have anything else to offer, and
is
that
that
just
I would
is
like to ask our audience,
heartbreaking.
if our viewing audience, if they agree with this. So, I mean, Pastor MGTOW probably believes this, but is it true that men are only taught that the only value they have is their dick and money? Is that all that it is, or is there anything more to it? Now, St. Charles says, "Dude, you get the pleasure of her conversation." So there is something. There are some guys out there who realize that importance of a good conversation. And
I mean, I think if you're I mean, okay, my husband is very much a ladies' man. He has his men friends, but he likes me to go with him to be with his men friends,
yeah,
because he loves it. I mean, I'm like, no, just go. And he's like, no, but you're fun. And they love it when you're around. And I love it when you're there. I'd rather you be there. So, and when I have girl groups, he gets so excited when he's invited, because he could just sit and talk to women all day long. So I think some men really appreciate women's company and women's perspective,
well, it
because
sounds like some of these guys are saying that they agree with you, that they enjoy women's conversations. So if you guys enjoy women's
awesome.
conversations, send us some hearts or whatever
Yeah.
they are. Send us some
Yeah.
love. Tell us about the conversations.
I mean, I think all the people that are here must like women's conversations, because they're here
Otherwise,
with.
yeah, you guys wouldn't be here if you didn't.
Right.
What are you doing here if you don't want to hear women? This is just that's all that we do is we're two women talking. Um, wait, what does this mean? If we were face to face, kapow! What are you going to get in a fight with him, hostile MGTOW, because he says for the.
How?
Come on, hostile MGTOW, you have to lighten up a little bit. You take this life way too seriously.
He's just hostile.
I know. Why would you name yourself hostile MGTOW? I mean, obviously the MGTOW because you want to identify with people who don't like women, but then you go on my YouTube channel for some reason and feel the need to spew all this
Right.
negativity, and I don't understand it. I almost feel like my job was done if I could hear you say something positive about women. Let's see
So,
if we can get
so
that out.
Brady says, but there are those who are but there are those women who are self-dependent. Yeah. I think
Yeah, a lot of people are
more.
self-dependent, and
I
there are
mean,
more and more these days. Thank Lord.
there are more women in the workforce. There are more women in college. There are more women graduating from college. There are more women in medicine now.
Yeah.
So, guys are leaning back, and women are taking charge. So, yay! Finally.
There's still guys though that say things like, "Ever measured a man's dick?" I mean, roofie. No, I just actually heard someone else say that. I know maybe it was you even, Nancy, that women are doing so well and when they go to med school that they're having to like take guys that aren't performing as well on the test and put them over the women because there's just too many women and they have to keep an equal balance.
Yeah, I think there's some rumors about that, but I don't think that they're hot. They're because we don't have laws around that now, and I think the medical schools are glad to have the women, because the women are there because they've worked their asses off for it. They're competing with the guys way. I mean, there's no competition, because you were seeing it in high school. We're seeing
Right.
boys leaning back in high school, not wanting to get their driver's license. That's like a major cultural shift.
Wait, why don't guys want to get a driver's license?
Teenage boys are not interested in driving, not interested in cars.
Why?
they just aren't. There's just it's like a cultural shift where they'd rather stay home and play video games.
Oh, that I can see.
Yeah,
So it's laziness.
yeah.
A lot of people,
I
a
don't
lot
think
of people are saying that they like conversations with women, and I mean,
we are so happy to hear that.
all right. Next conversation. What's going on in everyone's life? Is there anything that you experience these days that you want to share with us? If anything happened that you learned from, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be relationships or dating or anything like that. It could be anything. I always loved cars.
I think
No, I read someone wrote that.
oh,
I
yeah.
personally have never been like a car person, and still I'm not. As a matter of fact, the less I drive, the more I'm happy about it. But
I love to drive a fun car that's safe. That got it going. I'm not a name brand thinker.
right.
My husband is. He likes special cars, but I'm just like, just give me one that I can depend on. And it goes fast.
Oh, so you do like fast cars?
Well, I want to be able to get out of the way. I want a performance car because I want to be able to get out of the way if I have to or stop if I need to. So,
Okay.
I don't want a lazy car.
You're right, Hubert, about he lives in a conservative city where most men and women still have that same old-fashioned mentality. Men work so their wives can stay home. And I got no problem with that. Someone's got to stay home with raising kids sometimes. So if it's the guy that stays home, that's great. If the woman stays home, that's great. I feel bad if you're in a situation where you have to work full time and take care of a household yourself. That's really tough.
Yeah,
You've been through that.
I have. Yeah. I think all of my kids, I have 3 kids, and they all have very different relationship configurations, which is quite fascinating because my daughter that I gave birth to, that I've raised from birth, is the least like me. And my stepdaughter, who I acquired as a small child, is the most like me. And my daughter-in-law, who's married to my son. So it's very interesting, but they all have very different configurations in terms of who works, who stays home, who does what. And my son and daughter-in-law probably have the most balanced. They have what Mark and I have had, is where they both work, they both bring in the money, pretty much they're pretty equal money-wise, and they divide labor, they divide child rearing, they divide they bounce back and forth who stays home if a kid's sick. I mean, it's really quite an egalitarian relationship, which is
great.
Really fun.
I think it's hard for people to navigate.
It takes consciousness. Yeah. You have to be able to get rid of the old patriarchal thinking that somehow this is right or wrong. And it's just what works for the people.
Right.
I call it a designer relationship.
In my first marriage, now that sounds like I have 10 marriages. In my marriage, it was more traditional. I stayed home for the, raising the kids. I would be the cook, all that kind of stuff. Now it's like, well, my boyfriend is the cook. I'm just sitting there drinking my wine. I like it. Yeah. So you got it at different parts in terms of your life, at different points in your life. Different people come, and if it doesn't work for you, then that's fine. But if it works for you, then that's great, and no judgments.
Yeah, I think it's fun to mix
cars, motorcycles, everything. People I've always loved cars. I like motorcycles. I don't like motorcycles. I know someone who's 21 years old and died of a motorcycle accident. I prefer to drive a motorbike than to drive a car, but it ruins my hairstyle and makeup and stuff. That is a problem there. Yeah. How do you do that? How do you make sure that the hair stays in place when you're wearing a helmet? I'm always curious about those women that are in commercials and they take off this helmet and this hair just falls out perfectly done and gorgeous. And I'm like, no, I look like I still have a helmet. You got helmet head. I got helmet head. What was this? I've always been able to hold my own Jibitchy, but I got goons that would battle for me if I send them. Hostile MGTOW. You're talking gibberish. I don't know what the hell you're talking.
Okay, so should we go over to my platform now?
All right, so this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to go on
Take
to
a commercial break.
we're taking
Thank
a
you for the
commercial break.
badges. So we're going to go over to Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce _ELR.
All right, you guys, stay tuned. Stay here on YouTube. I'm not changing anything on YouTube. We're going to go on to Dr.
Okay, so don't forget to save it. I'll give you a minute.
All right, I'm going to save it because
Do your save. Right.
This is
Okay.
we don't want to upset her.
We'll see you over on the other side.
All right, I'm going to save it. You guys on my Instagram, we're going over to Dr. Nancy's. All right. I think you can if you go on my live once you're on there, it'll automatically do it too.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
All right.
I haven't checked that out.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
So I'm gonna